Previously on the practice.
What? There's a head in the bag.
It's the woman I met at the bar last night.
What are you doing with her head?
Somebody put it in there.
George Vogelman, you are under arrest for the murder of Susan Robin.
The guy who killed your girlfriend is not George Vogelman. Part of their case is the notion that Susan could never have gone off on some one-nighter. Can you think of anything that could explain why she would?
I had been a little unfaithful to Susan.
As I said to your dad, I'm convinced they got the wrong guy. That means that this thing was either a mission to frame George Vogelman or somebody was after your sister. Is it possible that your sister could have kept some part of her life secret?
She did spend a lot of time on the internet.
Your guy was last seen with her. He had her head. If George Vogelman didn't do it, he certainly represents reasonable doubt for whoever did.
What are you saying?
They're not going to reopen the investigation.
I don't give orders to the police on how to investigate their cases.
I'm asking you to order them to investigate, period.
Well, I can't order them to keep looking if they're convinced they have the killer. If their thinking is suspect, we have the device to deal with that. We call it the trial.
Jay, I really appreciate your willingness to testify.
I'm not going to be that much help, Miss Frutt. Can't say I think your client is innocent.
I know, but you are the only one who can supply a possible reason why your girlfriend would have gone to a motel with George Vogelman.
I'm not crazy about helping the guy who killed my sister.
All we're asking is that you talk about the internet thing.
I can't.
Dr. Roberts, you know George Vogelman better than anybody.
But I wouldn't be able to say that I truly know him. I see him at work. Look, his being arrested for this crime, it's hurt the whole office. I really don't want to step into a witness chair and associate our medical corporation with
He was an usher at your wedding.
And I couldn't imagine him doing what they're accusing him of. But nor could I imagine his taste for pornography or his going home from bars with strangers. At best, all I could testify to is that I thought I knew him.
Even his friends have pulled away.
What have you got?
No history of violence, reputation for honesty, came forward on his own volition.
Loner.
Advertises in the personals. Likes porno.
Keeps to himself.
All right.
How many friends or associates you talk to?
Dozen, maybe more.
Anybody say they really knew the guy? I mean, completely?
No.
Great.
Okay, this is what I think. They go to the motel, then this woman rejected him at the wrong time. Maybe he felt sexually humiliated or whatever. This is the ultimate ridicule. And then he snapped.
Chopped off her head.
Now, what's he gonna do? He's got no chance of getting away with it. He's got a better shot at making it look like he was framed.
So he sticks her head in his medical bag and the big show begins.
Loner.
Foot doctor.
He did it.
Gotten mad, lost his head.
The loner.
Is that it? Anything else?
There's no death penalty.
You keep your head up, George. Don't be shaking it. No, no, no. Just keep your head up. They're going to tell their story, and then we're going to get to tell ours.
Okay.
Bathroom? Anybody need to go?
All set. I went.
Okay.
Last seen with her. Her severed head was in his possession. Her blood was in his car. As our case will show, there is not one piece of physical or testimonial evidence that points to anybody other than George Vogelman. That's because George Vogelman gruesomely, hideously murdered Susan Robin. It's not even a question.
Sometimes how things look are not how they are. And there's a reason we bother with the trial. All we ask is that you be objective and you pay close attention to everything you hear.
Mr. Tisbury.
Commonwealth calls Helen Gamble to the stand.
His attorneys called and asked me to come down to their offices.
Why did they call you, Miss Gamble?
One of the attorneys there is my roommate, another one I've dated.
So they figured in you they'd get a sympathetic district attorney.
I don't think they were expecting special treatment. They wanted to surrender a client and hoped I could help them do it quietly.
Did they tell you any details about the case?
No, they simply asked me to come to the offices. They said it was serious.
So you went?
Yes.
And what happened after you got there?
They took me into a room and informed me that their client had a human head in his medical bag.
How did you respond?
I thought they were joking. Then they pointed to the bag.
Is this the bag?
Yes.
Mark and identify, Your Honor.
Marked, Exhibit 1.
And what happened next, Ms. Gamble?
They asked me to look in the bag.
And did you?
Yes.
And what did you see?
A human head.
Now, Miss Gamble, if I could...
You gotta be kidding me.
Objection!
Counsel, is what's in that cooler what I think it is?
Chain of custody, Your Honor.
I object to that.
In chambers, counsel. Members of the jury, 10 minutes. Let's go.
Just bringing that thing in is grounds for a mistrial.
You want a mistrial on the first witness, Eleanor?
That's a stunt to inflame the jury.
Would it be all right if I talk? It better be good.
Your Honor, the fact that this is so grotesque, it's relevant.
How?
He had it in his bag. Anybody who could carry something like that around, it's evidence of the kind of psychotic mind that goes with the very crime.
First of all, he didn't know it was in his bag.
Even under your theory, he didn't do it. He knowingly had it in his bag for more than 3 hours before he called.
Because he panicked.
You make your arguments, I'll make mine. Your Honor, they'll be saying he behaved like an innocent man. As soon as he saw it, he called the police. Well, that's not what he did. He carried it back to his car, drove to his lawyer's office, carried it up the elevator.
You can introduce all that without bringing the head into court.
He wants to horrify the jury, Your Honor. That's...
I maintain that's relevant. A reasonable person would be horrified. A reasonable person would repulse and not even approach the bag again, much less pack it up, go to the car.
Counsel.
It's legitimate for the jury to experience some of the horror so they can assess what's a reasonable reaction under the circumstances.
The head is inadmissible.
I want him sanctioned in open court, Your Honor. The cooler alone...
Why don't you just be satisfied with my ruling and leave it there?
That's just ice settling.
He then gave me the address of the motel that he and the victim had gone to.
And did you go there?
Yes, along with Detective McCrew and Attorney Frutt. We went there and discovered the body.
Mr. Vogelman cooperated at all times, did he not?
Yes, he did.
In fact, the only reason you or the police know a crime had even been committed is because Mr. Vogelman came forward.
That's true.
And blood scrapings from the floorboards of his car.
Exact genetic match with the victim.
They seemed friendly at the bar, but there was nothing sexual going on.
Did they leave your bar together, sir?
No, he left, and then she left about 10 or 15 minutes later.
My daughter was not a promiscuous woman.
Well, even if she would go to a bar, which I guess she did, I could never see her going back to a motel with some guy she just met. Plus...
Plus what?
Sorry, but he's kind of old and not very good looking.
The only samples in the room belonged to the victim or the defendant.
So if somebody else did go in there...
It had to be immaculate.
It's happened? Murders leaving behind no physical evidence whatsoever? It has happened?
Yes, but the odds of
It's
this...
happened, yes or no, Detective?
Yes.
And Detective, you're familiar with a serial killer known as the Poet?
We don't believe that
the question
Poet...
is, are you familiar with a serial killer known as the Poet?
Yes.
Again, yes or no. This person decapitates his victims, yes or no?
Yes.
But you ruled him out.
The Poet severs the hands as well and leaves the head behind. He doesn't take it with him.
It's gone as well as can be expected.
This is going well? Even I'm beginning to think I'm guilty.
Look, everything they put in, we were ready for. It's not like they put up some surprise witness that said you've done some strange things to cats or something. George, you know what I mean. We've expected all of this testimony. It's not that it's not damaging, but there haven't been any surprises.
So what now?
We might want to rest.
Rest?
Well, think about it. All they've proven is two things. He was with her, he had her head.
Pretty good proof, ask me.
No weapon, no eyewitness. They tied him to a corpse, not a crime.
You can't rest on that.
Look, I'm not saying it's the thing to do, but let's face it. What do we have? Nice guy? Maybe we should say to the jury, hey, we were ready to put on the defense, but since they didn't make their burden, we don't need to.
That is such a risk.
We already sprinkled on the idea of the poet.
Internet, maybe a stalker?
You can't rest.
Pretty
I
lame.
don't know.
Eugene, he looks completely guilty. You can't just get up and say they didn't make their burden. That's stupid.
Well, maybe we could say he involuntarily cut her head off 5 times.
Oh, that's real funny.
Call me stupid?
I didn't call you stupid. I said it would be stupid to rest.
All right. Eleanor, what do you think?
Well, I see Eugene's point, but I don't think a jury is going to let him go on a burden of proof thing. I think our best defense is George. He's honest, and he plays honest.
If George didn't do it, then who?
It's not our job to answer that question.
Well, I realize this, but it's the question I keep asking, and the jury's going to be asking it back in that room.
You take it. I'm not going to advance a theory that I can't support.
Hold on.
Worst thing that I can do.
If I understand your thinking on this, Eleanor, the police basically stopped looking. That should be your defense. The only reason we don't know who else, if not George, is because the police never asked that question. That's what you have to key on.
The guy had her head in his bag. We're going to put the police on trial for not asking who else.
Police on trial?
You guys are playing games. At the end of the day, he had her head. That's got nothing to do with any faulty investigation. He had her head.
So tell us what to do, Einstein.
You know something, Lindsay? You've been bitchy a lot.
I think he's right. You can't be playing reasonable doubt games. I agree with Jimmy.
I'm a bitch?
On his defense there, you have to defend George. You can't be attacking the police.
We got to do both. We got to put George up, let him be as convincing as he can be, and we got to open the door to other possibilities.
Excuse me, hello. Boyfriend lives alone, brother, big house.
So?
So, the murder took place between 1 and 3 a.m. Why weren't they considered?
They were checked out. They're both choir boys.
Yeah, but still, no official alibi if everyone's asleep. Why not Plan B them? They're going to testify anyway.
What's Plan B?
It might be worth a try.
Give them a soft Plan B.
What's Plan B? Well, talk about a risk.
You got any better ideas?
All right, but first, we have to be sure it won't backfire.
Comb every report. Make sure it's really available.
They both give statements.
Dissect them.
You take the boyfriend, I got the brother.
What the hell is Plan B?
Basically, it means we point the finger at other people. It's very dangerous because normally when the defense starts hatching theories of their own, the jury can shift the burden back to us, which we definitely do not want.
And when you say soft?
Our soft Plan B is we do it more gently. Instead of accusing, it's more like what-ifing. It's less likely to alienate the jury, but it's a risky strategy.
Well, then why do it?
Because we don't have much else to go with. What?
The things that I've been reading about myself in the papers. I'm not a big fan of accusing people falsely.
George, this is a murder trial here. You're the defendant. First, I want to thank you for testifying, Jay. And second, I want to convey my sympathy. You were Susan Robbins' boyfriend?
Yes,
And you loved her.
I did.
Jay, we've heard a lot of testimony to the effect that it was uncharacteristic for Susan to have gone to a bar alone, and especially to a motel with a man she had just met. Would you agree with that testimony?
Yes.
I know this is a difficult question, and I thank you in advance for your honesty. But you do know of a reason why she may have behaved uncharacteristically that night, don't you?
A possible reason.
Could you share that with us?
Susan had discovered me with another woman the day of her death.
So it could have been she went to a bar and then to a motel with another man out of hurt, as a way of lashing back?
I don't think she would do that. I really don't, but I can't exclude the possibility, no.
Jay, do you have any information on Susan's death?
No.
You were home when this happened? Asleep?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Could I confer with counsel 1 second?
Make it fast.
Jimmy interviewed interviewed one of the cops. This guy supposedly was on the phone with the other woman till 2 in the morning.
Why wasn't that in the report?
I don't know, but you can't plan B him. We'll get clipped.
What about the brother?
Still a shot there. I hope.
Okay, Jay, that's all I have.
What happened?
He had an alibi. Look, it still went okay. Any idea that you maybe abducted her, we put a dent in that.
These are very small victories, it seems.
Anything new on the brother? At all?
No.
I'd go.
What? And look like a monster?
I will soften it on clothes. Go for him.
Something about somebody on a chat line. That's all she said.
Somebody she was having a relationship with on the internet?
She didn't really give details. My sister and I weren't too close lately.
Well, why was that?
Well, since my father had become ill, there was a lot of tension. I had a business that failed and had moved back home. She didn't think that was helping my dad's stress level. It was just family stuff. The point is, we didn't share a lot of intimate secrets.
Do you think this stuff, your dad's illness, your business problems, could they have added to your sister's stress level?
I'm sure they did.
Maybe caused her to go to a bar just to have a drink, talk to somebody?
That I don't know.
You didn't know she'd gone to a bar?
Me? No.
Or to a motel with Mr. Vogelman?
No. How would I have known that?
Well, you know if you'd followed her.
What?
Did you follow your sister that night?
Objection.
Excuse
Permission
me?
to treat this witness as hostile, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
This witness is the brother of the victim. Permission to treat him as hostile.
Go ahead.
This business failure of yours, did you incur any debt?
Is there an offer of proof?
Sit down, Mr. Tisbury.
How much money did you lose, Steve?
About $300,000.
You owe this amount to people?
I had investors, yes.
Your father, he has liver cancer, isn't that right?
Yes.
He was diagnosed with about 8 months to live?
Yes.
According to his will, if you know, who inherits his estate?
I guess me.
You guess you. You're the sole beneficiary.
Yes.
But if your sister was still alive, then there'd be 2 beneficiaries, wouldn't there?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that it works out well for you having your sister die before your dad.
Objection.
What? If she'd outlived him, then your estate goes sideways, maybe split.
Objection.
All right. Mr. Young?
This witness has testified to his estrangement with his sister. He has testified to his debt. He is also the only one to serve up the internet red herring, perhaps to use as a safety net in case suspicion ever fell to him.
Move to strike all of that.
I am entitled to question this witness.
Go ahead.
Anybody with you the night of your sister's murder, Steve?
I was home. My father was home.
Were you home before your father went to bed?
No.
When did you get home?
Probably around midnight.
Did he see you come in?
He goes to bed at 10.
Ever take any medication for depression, Steve?
Objection.
Overruled.
You ever take any medication for a mental condition, Steve?
I take lithium.
For depression?
Yes.
Did you murder your sister and frame George Vogelman?
Objection.
Did you follow her to the bar, then go to the motel?
Objection.
Overruled.
It was the perfect opportunity, wasn't it? You could get George Vogelman's address by running down his plates. After he leaves the motel, you go inside, make yourself a sole beneficiary, and then go to plant the head in George's car. You see the bag and think, even better. Wipe out a debt and sibling rivalry all in a night's work.
That's sick.
Did the police ever question you in connection with your sister's death?
Of course they didn't.
They never even brought you down for questioning?
No, they did not.
Maybe you pulled off the perfect crime, Steve.
Objection.
Sustained.
Maybe you're that good.
Objection.
Mr. Young.
Withdrawn. It's a shame they never checked you out. Well, the jury either really hates us...
Or we created some doubt. I think you did great.
Eleanor, the kid lost his sister. I just accused him of killing her. Meanwhile, his dad is dying. Do not try to make me feel good.
Is it possible he could have done it?
That's not important. What is you're up next.
Okay.
George, You've got to just speak the truth from your heart. If the jury can see you for who you really are, they will have to question whether you could have done this. And remember, you cannot say anything that goes to your character. We cannot open that door. We cannot give them any chance to introduce those porno videos.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to look at the jury. You've got nothing to hide.
Right.
Okay. I'll see you after lunch.
It's in his hands now.
He'll be fine.
You asked us to trust you. My boy got up because you convinced him to honor the truth.
Mr. Robin, I got an innocent man about to go down for a crime he didn't commit.
Eugene? Eugene?
You just stole my son's innocence. You're garbage.
You'll need to come with me. Ow!
Last one. I can freeze it some more.
It's okay.
Excuse me.
I'm Lucy Hatcher. I have new clothes for him. He's due back in court.
Well, can you wait outside?
Sure. Wow. You just bashed your head in for calling his son the killer?
Something like that.
Make sure you tell him to rub vitamin E on. It'll help with the scar.
Thank you. You know, you really could wait outside.
Sure. Eleanor says it's a half hour till George.
And when I opened my bag, there it was.
Her head?
Yes.
And what did you do next?
First, I went into a little shock. Then I came to you, my lawyer. And together we went to the police.
Do you know of anybody who would want to incriminate you like this?
No.
George, you have to know how this looks. Can't you tell us anything?
All I can tell you is, I didn't kill this woman. We made love. I left. And she was alive.
Why didn't you go back to your place? Why a motel?
My place wasn't very impressive or neat.
You leave a bar after midnight with a woman you just met. You're worried about neatness?
Yes.
So you said, let's go to a motel, and she said yes. A 23-year-old, beautiful woman. She said, sure.
That's what happened.
And after you made love, why'd you leave? Why not spend the night?
I had a very early morning at work.
Anybody see you leave the motel?
Not that I know of.
Anybody you know of who could testify that it's against your character to kill a person?
Objection. Sustained.
Mr. Vogelman, basically, all you have to suggest your innocence is your word. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to corroborate your word is worth anything?
Objection, sidebar.
Step up.
He's trying to force us into character testimony so he can backdoor the videos on impeachment.
Any witness who takes the stand puts his truthfulness in issue. I'm entitled to cross.
Attack him on truthfulness if you want. But don't be asking what witnesses or evidence he has. Step back.
Mr. Vogelman, you married?
No.
Girlfriend?
No.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
No.
Ever been in any relationship?
I've dated.
You've dated. How old are you, sir?
43.
43 years old, and you've never had a relationship.
Asked and answered.
Sustained.
Do you meet women through the personals?
Sometimes I do.
You sometimes go to bars, meet women there?
Yes.
Ever meet a woman on the internet? Ever meet a woman on the internet, Mr. Vogelman?
Yes.
Are you the man Susan Robin met on the internet?
No.
Did she go to that bar to meet you, the man on the internet?
No. I met her at the bar. I never communicated with her on the internet.
Just one last hypothetical, Mr. Vogelman, and then I'll be done. Say this woman meets a man on the internet. He maybe oversells himself just a little. She agrees to meet him. She's disappointed, rejects him. And this man, who's been rejected so many times, has finally had enough.
Objection. This is an argument, not a question.
Enough is enough, right, George?
Objection.
Sustained. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Tisbury?
No, Your Honor. I don't believe I do.
Counsel? Ms. Frott?
Nothing, Your Honor.
The witness may step down.
Yeah, Diaz. I hate to rest on that.
Should we redirect?
I don't think so. It could get worse.
Maybe we...
What?
I have an idea. The defense recalls Helen Gamble. She's right back there.
Ms. Gamble, step up, please.
What are you doing?
Ms. Gamble, please take the stand.
You testified the reason we called you that day is because of your relationship with our office.
I assumed that was the reason you called me.
Well, does our office enjoy a certain trust with you?
I would think so.
And a candor?
Yes.
And in the spirit of that candor, did you and I have a conversation about this case last week?
Objection.
Overruled.
Did we talk about this case? Miss Gamble, did you and I discuss this case?
Briefly and generally.
And did you tell me that the police and the DA's office both just wanted a check solved in the little box next to...
Objection!
Overruled.
Let me speed things up. Did you basically tell me that given the publicity, a conviction is desperately needed here? That if anybody else were charged with this crime, your office would never get that conviction? Since George Vogelman having the head in his medical bag would guarantee reasonable doubt to whoever else was charged? And because of that, the police and the DA's office, on at least an unconscious level, might want to believe that George Vogelman is the killer and therefore not bother to look for anybody else? Did you share all that with me?
First, I have no direct information on this case. Second...
Please just respond.
I am responding. It was a long question, counsel.
Your Honor?
She can answer.
I never suggested or even hinted that somebody else besides George Vogelman committed this crime.
I didn't ask what you thought.
And I never suggested that the DA's office wasn't convinced of your client's guilt.
Did you say they might not want to look further? That it's easier to believe you've got the right guy when there's pressure to get a conviction?
I said sometimes it's been known to happen. I didn't say it happened here.
Yes, but you said it's been known to happen in a conversation about this case. Didn't you?
Again, I have no reason to believe that this particular investigation has been anything but proper and thorough.
Thank you. That was a good answer for the team.
Are you suggesting the investigation's tainted?
I think there was collusion between the police and the DA's office.
Got nothing to say right now. You might Get out! What the hell was that, Eleanor?
Helen, I'm sorry.
You just cut my legs out. Sorry! I tell you something in confidence and you ambush me in open court?
I had to make a choice. I had a duty to my client.
No good! You screwed me in this office for the last time.
I was backed into a...
That's crap.
She's right.
What was I going to do? Tell George, hey, I could have saved you, but...
George isn't the only client in this firm.
No, Pearson is.
She's right, Eleanor. We need our credibility with every case, not just this one.
It's not something I planned to do.
But you did it! We have to rely on relationships with DAs a lot. Sometimes those off-the-cuff conversations make the difference. You think any DA down there is going to want to talk to us again?
So I should let George go down so we can preserve our invites to the Christmas parties?
Yes. Our dialogue with that office is more important than any one case.
I gotta deal with them on sentencing next week. I'm sure they'll be in great moods to...
Get over your professor, Lindsay. What did you do, sleep with the guy?
Hey, Eleanor.
I love it when girls fight. It's better than hockey.
Quiet, Lucy. Back up, Eleanor. Back up. You too. I don't care what the stakes are. If the DA has an off-the-record conversation with any of us, it stays off the record. Otherwise, it's like Lindsay says. We lose our credibility in every case.
Well, tell that to the drowning man, that you're more concerned about the boat.
I am not talking to a drowning man, Eleanor. I am talking to you.
Let's everybody settle down a little. There's a lot of stakes for a lot of people. Tearing each other new armpits isn't going to help anybody.
Of course they had to arrest George Vogelman. The victim's head was in his possession. I don't blame the police for thinking he did it. How could they not? How could you not? But there's a reason nobody saw him commit the crime. There's a reason there was no weapon connected to him. He didn't do it. Who did? I don't know. You heard my co-counsel grill Susan Robbins' brother as a possible suspect. Well, let me admit a truth. We don't have any direct evidence to conclude the brother did it. If so, we certainly would have offered it. But he did have a motive. He was estranged from her. His debt, the will, his whereabouts at the time can't really be accounted for. He could have done it. The reason we can't know is because the police never really bothered to check that out. Steve Robbins said himself that they never even questioned him. Imagine. He has motive, opportunity, no alibi, and they didn't even investigate him as a possibility. Why? Because the head was found in George Vogelman's medical bag. And Jay Hickman, Susan's boyfriend? I have no reason to believe that he killed her, but his whereabouts can't be accounted for either. Motive? Well, she was with another man in a motel. There are a lot of questions left unanswered here because the police never really looked. You heard District Attorney Helen Gamble admit it's possible they didn't want to find anybody else because they needed to get a conviction on this. And the head, being in George Vogelman's bag, he was the only one they could possibly convict. Easier to stay with him and not complicated. Any evidence offered as to George Vogelman's motive? No. And why, if he is supposedly trying to get away with a crime, does he put the victim's head in a bag and go to the police with it? Does that make sense? And let's not forget about the poet, a known serial killer out there in the Boston area that has an MO for decapitating victims. Has anybody accounted for him? There are a lot of questions that need answering. Questions that were never asked or explored because this just seemed so simple. The head was in his bag. He must have done it. Well, he didn't. I have no doubt the prosecution needs that conviction. They surely do. But they are prosecuting the wrong man.
No evidence, not even microscopic, of anybody else being in that room except George Vogelman. Defense counsel gave us quite a show, didn't they? The brother did it. No, maybe it was the boyfriend. How about that serial killer? Forensics combed that room. There were saliva samples, fibers from clothing, semen, hair strands, fingerprints. They didn't go to a serial killer, or Susan Robbins' brother, or her boyfriend. They all belonged to George Vogelman. The man who says he went home alone. The man who sits there with no alibi. Yes, it was easy to conclude he did it. And on top of all the insurmountable evidence at the scene, he had the victim's head. My God, he decapitated a woman. And his lawyers have offered you nothing but spin as a defense. Did they put in one piece of physical or testimonial evidence? Anything at all exculpatory? No, just spin. He did it. No, he did it. Look there, over here. Don't forget that police conspiracy, collusion with the DA. And they expect you to let him go? They're not insulting your intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. They're assuming you just don't have any.
Got any predictions?
Innocent, guilty, or hung.
How long before?
There's no telling.
Eugene, could you excuse us a second?
Sure.
All the evidence is closed, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to tell you something. We both know I've always had some motive to tell you I'm innocent. It allowed you to let me testify. It allowed you to, I don't know, try harder. But now, the evidence being closed, it doesn't matter what I tell you. I didn't do it. When you looked at me a few months ago, you said you believed in me, but you couldn't fully trust yourself to believe in what you believe. You can trust yourself, Eleanor. You've been right all along. I didn't do it.
You know, in the future, if you're gonna hurl a book at someone, it should be at somebody your own size. She was about to flatten you.
I'll try to remember that.
And also, I'm a pretty good judge of character. Eleanor, I think normally she's peaceful. But when riled, she looks dangerous.
Well, maybe you should tell her that.
You think I'm crazy? I knew you were there.
I'm sorry what I said about Pearson.
I know. I'm sorry about the book.
Done a young Dolan fried.
And I'm sorry about my intent to flatten. I know saying sorry isn't gonna cut it for Helen, but
I'll work on her.
You guys. Verdict.
Will the defendant please rise? Mr. Foreman, the jury has reached a unanimous verdict.
We have.
What say you? Commonwealth versus George Vogelman on the count of murder in the first degree. We find the defendant, George Vogelman, not guilty.
I'd never hear that.
The defendant is free to go.
Can you give us a...
What do you think changed the jury for you?
What are your plans, then?
When do we expect...
Is it really over?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know really what to say. For so long.
Previously on The Practice.
I'm not crazy about helping the guy who killed my sister.
All we're asking is that you talk about the internet thing.
Boyfriend lives alone, brother, big house. Why not plan B them?
It might be worth a try.
Give them a soft plan B.
Plan B, soft, for both.
Did you murder your sister and frame George Vogelman?
Objection!
Did you follow her to the bar, then go to the motel?
That's sick! You asked us to trust you. You just stole my son's innocence.
I represent Steve Robin and his dad. We're suing you.
What? Steve Robin?
Yeah, brother of the victim in your Vogelman trial. Eugene accused him of being the killer. I can paint a pretty disgusting picture of you guys in front of a jury. Team Plan B.
You take us to court, and I promise you we will be screaming he is the killer all over again. And in a court of public opinion, he will be the killer. Now get your ass out of this office and go tell your clients that truth is a complete defense to defamation.
These are your scare tactics.
Eugene, Tommy Silva agreed to depose you here. Probably so he doesn't have to spring for the coffee, this skimp. I ordered a cake for Rebecca's swearing-in party.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be very surprised.
Oh, very. She asked for chocolate.
I can't be worrying about cakes now. Have you finished with the pleadings folder?
In your bag.
Are you sure you don't want somebody to second chair?
Oh, no, it's just a burglar. I can handle it.
Well, who's covering the depot?
Me. But we really should be getting outside counsel.
We will if it goes to trial, but for discovery...
Fool for a client. That's what they say.
Thank you, Lucy.
This will be a short deposition, trust me. It's not like I'm going to answer anything.
Yeah, well, what if Silva goes for obstruction of justice? It's really in these days.
We can go right into my office.
Hi, Lucy Hatcher.
Evelyn Mayfield.
I take it you've met Jimmy. I can introduce you to the others later. It's a baby shaker, right?
Client, Lucy. Client.
Right. The baby shaker client. Good handshake. Strong wrists.
The results of the psychiatric exam are supposed to be in this afternoon.
And assuming she checks out, they'll let her go.
Oh, no.
I passed the polygraph.
Lie detectors aren't foolproof as far as they're concerned. We discussed this. Plus, dead baby, they are not about to just let you go.
Well, how about they arrest the one who did it? I mean, would they ever consider that?
I'll know more by the end of the day. For now...
Remain calm, yes, I know. They accuse me of killing an 11-month-old child, but I should take it in stride. I should just stay calm.
Their case is weak. The fact that they gave you bail, they know their case is weak. Let's just ride this out. And yes, stay calm.
I was walking towards the side entrance when I saw a man exiting the warehouse with an armful of laser disc players.
About how far apart were you at the time?
About 7 or 8 yards.
And what happened next?
I called out for him to stop. He dropped what he was carrying and ran towards the alley. We're instructed not to put our lives on the line to protect property, so he got away.
How was the lighting in this area?
There's a light above the door. I got a very good look at him.
Do you see this man today?
He's the defendant.
How many Laserdisc players was the burglar carrying?
4.
Still in boxes?
Yes, ma'am.
So his face was covered when you saw him. 4 boxes, each about 10 inches high, must have at least partially covered his face.
But then he dropped him when he ran.
He ran toward you?
No, away. But there was a moment before he ran. I caught a look.
A moment?
Seconds.
Seconds?
More than 10 seconds?
No.
More than 5?
It was like 2 or 3 seconds.
2 or 3 seconds.
But I got a very
There's
good
no
look.
question before you, ma'am. Move to strike.
Did you have any conversations with Steve Robin prior to his testimony in the Vogelman murder trial?
Yes.
Did you discuss what questions you would probably ask him?
Yes.
Did you tell him that you plan to accuse him in court as the one who killed his sister?
Work product. Don't answer.
At the time you were having these discussions with Steve Robin, did you plan to accuse him of killing his sister?
Work product.
All objections have been waived.
Not on privilege.
We've got it on record. All objections except to the form of the question.
Of course we're not going to reveal
Hey, we
internal...
can get a court order.
Fine. Do it. But for now, I just move on.
Are you familiar with the term Plan B?
Work product.
I'm just asking if he's familiar with the term.
And I answered. Work product. Move on.
When you accused Steve Robin in open court of possibly being the one who killed his sister, what facts did you rely on?
Work product.
This the way we're going to play it?
Sorry, off the record. You're suing us. You expect us to play nice?
Did she do it?
Lucy.
Because I saw it on court TV. And they did this reenactment, and she just shook and shook and shook.
Lucy.
Come on, Bobby. Throw me a crumb. Did she do it?
She didn't.
Because I saw it on court TV. She just shook and shook and...
Lucy.
You should know what people are saying.
We did okay, but it's close. I think you gotta testify.
But you said if I take the stand, the DA can bring up my record.
Yeah, he can.
Well, if they find out I got 2 priors, won't they think I did this one?
They might, but I don't see much choice. Okay, how is it we can't find one witness that saw you at the bar that night?
It was crowded, and I only been there that one time. Who's gonna remember?
Without a witness, it's like you don't have an alibi. What? Russell, now is not the time to be hiding things.
A buddy of mine was with me at the bar that night. But
what?
He's got a record. He don't want to get involved.
Russell, you are looking at a conviction here. 3rd time, it'll mean jail. If he really is a buddy, he's got to come forward.
How do you find out we call it Plan B?
It's not exactly a trade secret. We're kind of famous for it.
He's going for a court order?
Lindsay basically answered work product to every question.
It was work product. Well, be armed with the research because Pap hates discovery motions.
We'll be ready.
Look, look, look.
Could begin this month. Sources say that they're far apart from any deal. You'll remember Miss Mayfield is charged with shaking to death an 11-month-old child that was entrusted to her care. Turning to the...
What's the deal on her?
I think she's innocent.
Oh, come on. All this church stuff she's into. Nobody could be that Christian without being a little vicious.
Do you ever say anything thoughtful?
Look, all I'm saying is she had very strong risks for a babysitter. Whether that passes for thoughtful, you be the judge.
So you guys were together the whole night?
Yeah.
At a bar called Little Freddy's from 11 till closing?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a little curious why you didn't come forward before. I mean, this is your best friend we're talking about. Now, I understand you have a record.
Miss Washington, I got a decent job. If it got out that... It was a sexual assault conviction in '92, back in New York under another name.
What'd you do?
They say I raped the girl. Anyway, let's just say I don't need that coming to light, you know?
Okay, I understand. But Russell needs you. This is your friend. He will go to prison.
Will they find out about my conviction?
It's a small case. The odds are they aren't going to do a big background check on some burglary trial. But there is a chance, yes.
Leaving in about 20 minutes. You need anything else?
No.
Okay. Night. Rebecca.
Huh? Oh, yeah, night. Eugene, Bobby, I think I may have a problem.
What?
My client, my trial, you know, the burglary, Russell Thurm.
Yeah.
I think he's a serial killer.
Really?
Excuse me?
I can't be sure, but I think.
What's going on?
Rebecca's client's a murderer.
Close the door.
I think he's one of the harbor stranglers everybody's talking about.
Oh.
My client, I just got finished meeting with his alibi witness. I told Russell that we needed a witness, and he told me that he was in a bar with this other guy, Ronzoni, who I just met with.
Slow down.
Okay. This Ronzoni, I think he's the other serial killer. I saw his arm.
What did he tell you?
Well, he didn't tell me anything. What do you think he's going to tell you? Don't go around admitting that you're a serial killer. I mean, he's not some serial confessor.
Rebecca, slow down.
Okay. Okay. Ronzoni has a tattoo, Dice. Right there. It's in all the papers. One of the harbor stranglers has a Dice tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that.
And he also has a sexual assault conviction. He raped a girl.
That doesn't mean...
No. August 14th, Russell and Ronzoni are at a bar on Franklin till 2 in the morning. Michelle Cummings, the prostitute, was killed that night. Now, I looked it up. She was last seen around 2 on the corner of 18th and Franklin, which is just 3 blocks from their bar. Now, I've got a rapist with a tattoo near the scene of the crime. You're going to tell me that doesn't add up? I mean, now we know he didn't knock off a video store. He was busy killing somebody. So do we call the police?
Well...
They're serial killers.
Hold on, unless someone is in immediate danger.
There is.
Who?
Any young girl, that's who.
I don't think you can reasonably believe someone's in danger unless you first know that these are the serial killers. And just on a tattoo... Even if they are, who's to say they're going to do it again?
Of course they're going to do it again. They're serial killers. That's why they're called serial killers. They keep doing it.
What do you think? Well, if you knew these were the guys, that'd be one thing, maybe, but...
Why don't we just turn in Ronzoni? He's not my client.
You'll end up implicating Russell.
Did you read what they did to those girls?
I'm not sure we can do anything yet.
Bobby, how can we not do anything?
All you got is a belief that your client and his alibi witness are bad guys.
So I do nothing.
You defend your client.
Asking them what they believed at the time is not invading work product.
Of course it is, when our beliefs are based on internal discussions made between each other.
Take a look at the transcript of the deposition, Judge. They wouldn't answer anything. They also asserted work product to almost every request we made for document production.
Documents that were generated in preparation...
That's not going to fly, Miss Dole. You're not going to sweep everything under work product.
All this stuff falls under our strategy in defending...
Yeah, and it's your strategy that you're being sued for.
You can't pierce work product. If you could,
Look,
then...
This is a simple cause of action. He's saying that you didn't have a good faith belief for pointing your finger at the brother. He's entitled to explore that.
It isn't that simple. If you allow
I'm
lawyers
making
to...
it that simple. Now, you answer all of these questions truthfully, completely, or I'll enter a judgment for the plaintiff right now.
I'd appeal it right now. Get it certified to SJC.
And if we lose, then we're
Hold
right
on.
back before this guy who will be even more angry than he
You weren't
already
afraid of
is.
pissing off Judge Hiller in the Pearson trial?
That was after the verdict, Eleanor. This guy's the trial judge.
We can't be
going
answering
into
questions
trial with a
about
judge
Plan
who's
B.
biased
We
against
get caught,
us.
we're dead.
Table it.
Hey, guys. Look, I know this sounds self-serving, or like I'm trying to have it both ways. Truth is, I really don't like suing other lawyers, especially a small firm. I feel like we're from the same club. That aside, I am suing you, and you guys face some serious exposure. Not just money-wise, but public relations, too. Be smart. Settle this. I won't push for anything beyond your policy limit. You know I'm right. Let's not be silly.
Me?
You've given it a lot of thought.
Oh, isn't this just a little too incestuous? I've slept with Bobby Donnell. My roommate is Lindsay Dole.
And you've gone up against him before, so...
Yes, which has never proven to be a very good idea.
I know it's asking a lot, but there's a lot of heat here. Dead babies make good copy.
Do you know how much of a personal life I have? Lindsay's my best friend. Bobby's a friend, too. Even
They just sandbagged you in open court.
That
How
was
can
Eleanor
you feel...
Frutt.
Helen... You better than anybody know this firm. You're the only DA we have that seems to be able to beat them. We need you. The case wobbles as it is.
I tendered his name as soon as I became aware of him.
It's unfair surprise, Your Honor.
There's no real surprise, Your Honor. This witness corroborates my client's alibi.
The defendant obviously feels he's losing, so he found someone to lie for him.
I don't understand why, if this is your client's friend, you didn't know about him any sooner.
Your Honor, as soon as I became aware of this witness, as soon as I had the opportunity to talk with him, I tendered his name.
I'll cut you a little slack this time. I'll grant a continuance until 9 o'clock tomorrow so you can prepare for the witness.
Andrew, come get your jacket, honey. Elizabeth, don't touch that now. Here, put your jacket on. Guys, take the pumpkin bread to Mr. Kelly, one each. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The report was not great.
What do you mean?
The psychiatrist thinks you could be in denial.
What?
He makes room for the possibility that you don't even have a memory of it. That's why you'd passed a polygraph.
He's saying that I committed a murder, but I don't have a memory of it?
It was a court-ordered report. It can't be introduced, so I'm not even worried about it. But it doesn't encourage the DA to let you go either. Speaking of which, we just got a little more bad news there, too. Helen Gamble will be prosecuting.
Who's Helen Gamble?
One of their best on homicides. She and I also used to be involved. She lives with another lawyer at my firm. She knows us all very well. I suspect that's why she's been put on. But it's not all bad. I know her style, too.
You've tried cases against her before.
Several times.
Who usually wins?
It comes down more to the facts than the lawyers.
So she usually wins.
Their case is very circumstantial, and since you were the last one with the baby...
The father did it. People have seen him be abusive.
But Kevin was with you when he stopped breathing. It may not be proof you did it, but it sure as hell gives reasonable doubt to the father.
That's why they're prosecuting me, isn't it? The public wants a conviction, and I'm the only one they can get.
It's possible.
I want you to talk to everybody, anybody who knows her. Our whole defense might be it's not in her character.
Okay.
Eleanor, I'd like you to go over the medicals, see if anything's unanswered, pre-existing conditions.
The cause of death isn't in question, Bobby. The autopsy was...
I don't want to assume that. If the autopsy is accurate, fine, but let's not be giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Is it just me, or is this a perfect plan B? We've got an abusive father, and we're just running scared because we got sued.
Nobody's running scared. We'll go after the father if we have to. What's the deal on the other?
Eugene's depot resumes tomorrow.
2 o'clock.
May I make a very unpopular suggestion?
Forget it.
If we were representing another firm being sued for this, we would absolutely be recommending settlement.
It's not another firm, it's us.
Our policy limit is 1.5. Suppose a jury slaps us with a $3 million judgment. It's not just everything in this office we lose. We're named personally. They'll take our cars, our refrigerators.
If we settle this, it's an admission of liability that will be headlines in every legal publication.
That's not true.
It is true, Lindsay, and on principle, how do we cave?
Forget principle. I'm talking about surviving.
Which we won't do without principle. Now, the practice of law may only amount to a conference table to you. With me, it's more. All right.
Who are you kidding? You stood up in open court and accused a brother of killing his sister. You're gonna claim the high road?
We all agreed to plan B the guy.
A soft plan B. You went for the throat. Now we're getting sued. You not only owe an apology to that kid, you owe one to the rest of us here who you put at risk.
Hey, Lindsay, you're the one who first told us to go after the brother.
Not like that, I didn't. I said raise the question. A jury's gonna kill us.
All right, that'll do. At a minimum, Lindsay may be right about outside counsel. I'm gonna look to bring somebody else in.
Should I send it back? I mean, it was supposed to be chocolate. This is German chocolate. Puke.
Will she care?
Jimmy, it's got coconut bits.
It's just a cake, Lucy.
How often does a person get sworn in to be a lawyer? You know, this is a big thing, Jimmy. You don't celebrate big things with German puke coconut bit chocolate. Serial killer. I'm on break.
Can I help you? Yeah, I'm looking for a Rebecca Washington.
Mr. Ronzoni.
Look, I'm having some second thoughts about this. Can I do this, like, by affidavit or...
I don't think you can.
Suppose they dig up my record.
You have already done your time for that. They can't do anything. Look, I will just ask you a few questions. Keep it short.
What questions exactly?
Do you recall where you were on August 14th at 1:30 in the morning?
Yeah. I was at Little Freddy's, a bar on Franklin near the corner of 15th.
Did anyone accompany you to the bar that night?
Yes. Russell Thurm. We arrived together around 11 and left together about 2.
From 11 till 2, were you ever apart from Mr. Thurm?
Other than a couple minutes for a bathroom run, no.
Well, how can you be sure that it was August 14th that you were together?
Well, I have a credit card receipt.
Is this the receipt you are referring to?
Yeah.
Mark and identify, Your Honor.
Mark Exhibit 7.
Could you please read the highlighted portion?
Little Freddy's, $31.78, Peter T. Ronzoni, August 14th, 1998, 1:57 a.m.
Thank you.
Russell Thurm's name appears nowhere on this receipt, does it?
Well, why would his name be on my receipt?
So all the receipt proves is that you were in the bar that night, doesn't it?
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you consider Russell Thurm a friend?
Yeah.
A good friend?
I guess.
You don't want to see your good friend go to jail, do you?
No.
Stayed in that bar until 2, huh?
Yes.
Didn't leave before closing.
Right.
Right.
I really appreciate you talking to me. You know, Mr. Berluti, my entire congregation would have been here if you had asked them. You don't think Evelyn could have done this? It's beyond any possibility. I won't throw around the saint word, but Evelyn Mayfield is not only a gentlewoman, she's one of the most loving.
She's probably babysat the children of over half the congregation.
Nobody's ever complained that she had a temper or, you know, used corporal punishment.
No. Mr. Berluti, they're still calling her to babysit. Now, I may not be the world's best judge of character, but they've got the wrong person.
You know the father of the victim.
I do. He's in the congregation.
You think he could have done this?
I really don't feel comfortable commenting on that.
We saw that he was basically unaccounted for at the time of the crime. That raised suspicion.
Did you have any evidence of Steve Robin having a history of violence?
No, but that doesn't mean...
The answer to the question was no.
Doesn't mean what?
The answer was no.
Are you familiar with the term Plan B?
This is work product.
If we go back before the judge...
I don't want to be giving this...
Just give the answer we discussed.
Yes, I'm familiar with the term.
Could you define it, please?
Sometimes when we have clients who we feel did not commit the crime with which he or she is charged, instead of simply aiming to establish reasonable doubt, which we would consider Plan A, we endeavor to raise the possibility of perhaps another suspect who had motive and opportunity to commit the crime. We call that Plan B.
You point the finger at somebody else.
Yes.
And in the Vogelman trial, you pointed the finger at Steve Robin.
We raised the question as to his motive and opportunity.
It went okay. I think we have a good shot.
What happens next?
Closing arguments, then we wait for the verdict.
Well, I don't gotta be here for any of that, right?
No. Hello? What?
I taped as much as I could.
Annie Shaw is believed to be the 10th victim of the now infamous Harbor Stranglers. At 15, she would also be the youngest victim of these grisly killers. Though police are releasing few details at this hour, we do know this. Her naked body was found by a homeless man on Tuesday. At this hour, it appears Miss Shaw was abducted while walking home from a friend's house.
It doesn't change anything, Beck.
It doesn't change anything, Bobby. They just killed somebody else.
You don't know it was them. You don't know they're the killers. You don't know they're gonna hurt somebody else. You have no legal right to do anything.
Legal? What about moral right?
That oath you're about to take tomorrow has nothing to do with moral right.
Please, spoken just like a true defense attorney.
But you are on this case.
Sit. This is the worst part of the job, Rebecca. But it does go with the job. I know you know because you've seen me and Eugene and everybody here agonize over this same kind of situation. The reason you're so frustrated is because you know you don't have a choice.
My feeling is she's very much the wonderful person they claim.
A wonderful person who shook a baby to death.
Well, that's why I think denial is possible. It would be unconscionable to hurt a child, inconceivable to her that she could hurt him. So if she snapped, she may have blocked it out.
I'm hearing too many ifs. I'm not walking into court with if. Did she do this or not?
I'm not saying she did it. You're saying she did.
What's going on?
Did you not find she was in denial?
You asked me to evaluate this person to determine if she was psychologically capable.
We asked you, in your professional opinion, if she committed the crime.
Well, that's ridiculous to ask me that. I don't know the facts.
All right, hold on. If you don't think she did it, how the hell do you find her to be in denial then?
Look, Miss Gamble.
All right, Doctor, just tell us.
I found a pattern of denial with her. When she's pushed, she retreats into God and her religion. There were certain memory lapses she couldn't account for, but I don't think she was lying.
I'm very confused here.
The baby died in her custody. There are things she didn't remember. My suspicion is her memory is blocked. And she's the one blocking it.
I want to offer manslaughter.
Go ahead.
Come in. Ms. Washington?
I'd like to withdraw from the case.
On what grounds?
Irreconcilable differences.
You're going to have to do better.
Hypothetically, let's just say a lawyer has reason to believe his client is a serial killer. Would that be legal cause?
Is your client asking you to commit a crime or fraud?
No.
Your request to withdraw is denied.
Hypothetically, what if he's about to commit a crime?
You have knowledge of that?
Well, not specific knowledge, but common sense.
Common sense? You realize you violated your ethical obligations coming in here with this?
You asked whether I had legal cause. I just posed a hypothetical.
Counsel, I am going to give you the benefit of intelligence and assume that you knew before you walked in here that you didn't have cause.
Look, if a client doesn't pay, that's legal cause to withdraw. I figured something a little more serious like rape or murder might qualify too.
Yes, and you figured if you couched it as a hypothetical, you could make an end run around the legal ethics, and that maybe I would pass on the information to the police. You were wrong.
Suppose he kills somebody else.
Counsel, did you come in here for me to make it easier for you? I will. Go and prepare your closing. And if I have the slightest suspicion that you are not vigorously defending your client, I will, I promise you, turn you over to the Board of Bar Overseers. I will report that you passed on information prejudicing your client, that you tried to bias me against him, and that you threw the case. And you won't even make it to tomorrow's ceremony. Now say thank you and go.
Manslaughter, best we can do.
She didn't do it, Helen.
Coroner's telling me she did.
It was the father.
Oh, come on, Bobby. Don't you think we'd like it to be the father? History of abuse, tendency towards violence. He was the obvious suspect. But the doctors tell us the death was immediate. Evelyn Mayfield was the only one there. Is it true her church is paying her legal fees?
Yeah. Helen, friend to friend?
Oh, yes, let's trade on that trust thing I've got going with your office.
I think she's innocent.
Bobby, you always do.
And you always think they're guilty.
Well, that's probably why we didn't work out. I'll give you manslaughter.
Miss Washington? Miss Washington?
This may seem like just a simple burglary case, but there's much more at stake. I promise you that. It's the integrity of our criminal justice system. That system is designed to preserve people's rights. We go to great lengths to do that. One right is that someone can't be found guilty without proof beyond a reasonable doubt. What do we have here? A nighttime ID, boxes covering the burglar's face, the security guard catching a momentary glimpse. That is their entire case. Not a big part, not most, but their entire case. A few seconds as the suspect was running away in the opposite direction with boxes blocking his face beyond a reasonable doubt? Add to that, my client has an alibi. Mr. Ronzoni placed him at a bar at the exact time of the crime. Yes, they're friends. But he had a credit card receipt, didn't he? The DA is going to try to get you to believe the security guard more than my client's alibi witness. Even if you do, that is not enough to convict. Remember, your verdict here isn't one of those news magazine polls where you dial a 900 number and give your opinion. You are not here to render your opinion or your hunch. You're here to uphold an oath that's the very essence of our jury system. We don't take away a man's freedom unless the state satisfies a burden of proof. They didn't. They didn't even come close.
I don't know about you, but I always find it a little suspicious when defense lawyers start waxing about oaths and integrity of systems and burdens of proof. It usually means they're short on facts. Our system isn't to turn criminals loose. Integrity isn't relying on the credit card receipt of a suspect's buddy who makes an 11th hour appearance. Your oath here was to serve justice. We have an eyewitness who saw that man with the Laserdisc players. Come on. I agree that there is more at stake here than a simple burglary. I also agree that there's some integrity on the line. Yours.
Sorry.
How'd she do?
I think pretty well. Okay, I've consulted 3 lawyers, all guys I trust. All 3 say settle. What? People in this case, let's call them jurors, aren't crazy about lawyers to begin with. It's not likely they'll be too sympathetic to qualified immunity arguments. Add to that the facts, pinning the victim's one brother. Add to that Tommy Silva, Joe Red Sox fan who juries love. The consensus is for us to cut our losses and to get out.
What we did in that courtroom is protected.
And I'm not running from Tommy Silva. We've beaten bigger guys than him. We've never been people who run scared. I won't bend over for this. I want to fight.
So do I.
I say settle.
Jimmy?
I'd say fight. Of course, I'm not a partner. I'm not at risk like everybody else, including Rebecca, who's not even sworn in yet. I'm just an associate.
I keep going back to what if we lose? It's not just a case.
I don't think...
And it's not just a conference table. This could be our whole practice.
Then we start over.
Whatever we do, it can't be a decision out of ego.
I want to fight.
We have to fight it. Okay. Jimmy, you'll first chair. What?
What?
Silva Styles, I'm just a regular guy. Jimmy's our best guy to counter that. He's regular, too.
Yeah, if that's... Look, no offense, Jimmy, but we need our best at our best. Shouldn't you be doing it? I mean, he's good. I mean, you're great. But we need our...
Best. Jimmy will first chair. I'll second.
Anything else? Okay, back to work.
Bobby, Evelyn Mayfield's here with her husband. Who died?
How long we gotta wait?
Well, they'll only go for another hour, then suspend till tomorrow. You guys got plans or something?
They've offered manslaughter. It's something that we should consider.
Surely you're not suggesting she plead guilty.
What I'm suggesting is they have a medical case indicating that the child died almost immediately. That will be tough for us to explain. And there's a risk of a murder to conviction. That's 20 years, maybe more. Manslaughter, good behavior, you could be out in 3.
But I didn't do this.
I know this doesn't sound great, but whether you did it or not doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter?
Of course it matters on one level. In terms of deciding how to proceed here, what I have to weigh is the prosecution's chances of convicting you. Your innocence is almost irrelevant there. As I said, they have a circumstantial case, but in my opinion, emotion will be against you. I'm not crazy about rolling the dice. Not with 20 years.
I didn't shake that baby. And I'm sitting with one of the best criminal lawyers in the city, and he's telling me to plead guilty.
I'm telling you, you could be looking at guilty.
That baby came to me crying. After about 10 minutes, I was finally able to console him. I rocked him until he fell asleep. I put him in his crib. I came back in about 15 minutes, and he was dead. If I'm convicted of killing him, then so be it. But I didn't kill him. I know it, and God knows it. And I suspect that that child's father knows it. And I will not say that I did do it just to get less jail time.
Okay. Then we go to trial.
Will the defendant please rise? Members of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
In the matter of Commonwealth versus Russell Thurm, on the charge of breaking and entering at night, we find the defendant, Russell Thurm, not guilty.
You stinker!